It's Friday the 9th, I'm FX Plu, and this is CurrencyTransfer.com's market update. The main headlines today are that Brexit transition agreement is in doubt, the ECB surprised the market with Draghi's dovishness on inflation, and the trade war is on as Trump confirms tariffs. So sterling, it remains largely reactive to Brexit at the moment. That unresolved issue of the Irish border is really weighing on the currency. Donald Tusk warned that talks may stall if the UK doesn't present a realistic solution, but with both sides fairly steadfast in their positions, a stalemate does look likely. The Brexit timetable notes that the transition period and the terms should be confirmed at the next European Council summit, which is in the diary for the 22nd and 23rd of March. Seems fairly unlikely at the moment, and if things don't progress nicely there, then it's likely to be fairly bad for sterling should that happen. So towards month end we may see a sterling sell-off. Keep that in mind ahead of your month end payments. It may be worth a cheeky short forward on the back of any sterling strength in the short term. Cable touched 137.80 yesterday and remained soft on the open. Yesterday the ECB surprised markets by providing mixed signals around their monetary policy. The stars were aligned for euro dollar to potentially challenge the long-term resistance at 125.20, and as there was a growing expectation that Draghi would suggest that the eurozone economy, is getting better and is ready to stand on its own 2 feet. The market was net long ahead of their meeting and the press conference, but then when Draghi maintained his dovish stance on inflation, the market sold off sharply. Euro dollar fell from a high of about 124.50 all the way down towards 123. Charlie on the charts reminds us of good support at 122.60 for euro dollar, but is unlikely to rally further today ahead of the non-farm payrolls later. The Trump trade war is on. Tariffs of 25% have been introduced for US imports of both steel and aluminum. Mexico and Canada were both exempt from these tariffs, which means that the NAFTA renegotiations can continue. It also suggests that other countries would be able to apply for exemptions too, so don't know quite how serious this trade war is. But no tariffs were announced on EU car imports. Perhaps Trump binged on Top Gear repeats on Dave beforehand and realised that there's very limited demand for US cars within the EU because they like corners. But the dollar reaction has been positive. The dollar index rallied from 90.23 up to about 90.50, and so we'll keep an eye on that as things develop. But today the main event is non-farm payrolls, non-farm Friday, and that means the sweepstake. The headline figure is notoriously hard to predict, hence the sweepstake, that element of chance. The forecast this month is for 205. Last month's reading was 200. I'm in it to win it at 207. Cross your fingers, folks.